Hello, people of the internet. Can you confirm you can hear me, please?
And then in B&M, which I only go into really to buy random assortment of shit, I found this for £2.
Rob.
Oh, which is now
Dice box.
my dice box.
Nice.
It was like £2. Done.
This
Rob, can you hear me?
Yes, mate.
Right, you're live. Stop talking about your B&M shopping.
Hey, if people want cool dice boxes, you know where to get them from.
Hey.
Can folks hear me? That's all I need to know. On the Twitch, which I'm not convinced they can. So let's... maybe they can.
Too many dice trays.
Can you all hear me? No one's answering me. Nobody's answering me.
Yeah, you can.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just checked it.
We can hear you, we just don't care.
Go on!
Stop watching football.
So Nathan might be a little bit distracted tonight during the game, as there apparently is a foosball match on that he's very interested in.
Bull.
Luckily, hopefully none of you can see the top that he's got on. Otherwise,
Don't
it might
worry.
start a riot in the chat.
People are watching an RPG on the internet. They don't care about football.
Exactly.
Usually, Nathan is the anomaly of this.
We play D&D because we don't play sport.
Rob, don't do that. Don't push the mic towards your mouth. You you had it perfect. When you speak, it's perfect. But then, for some reason, you get like all dramatic and you push it close to your mouth.
Right.
And when you push it close to your mouth, it sounds like you're sucking it off, and everyone can hear it.
You wish.
Right. Anyway, welcome to.
Really, you need to work on the technique.
Wow.
Aiden only pays a £5 for those voice recordings.
Fuck off! I paid nothing. You give them out. So, welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are going to be playing Carbon 2185, which is a Cyberpunk 5th edition rule set created by Dragon Turtle Games, and it is amazing. If you like 5th edition, the simplicity of the rule set is really cool to get into. If you like Cyberpunk, the theme, well, it's beautiful. It's lovely. Do it. They put a few additions into it that they tweaked from their own personal love of other RPGs, which you may see as you listen or play it yourself. They also sponsor the show. So if you go to Dragon Turtles, DragonTurtleGames.com, and use their web store and use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E, with a capital W, you'll get 10% off. But not off pre-orders, only what they've got in stock, which I think they've got everything in stock now, but you'd have to check and let me know. But yes, if you want 10% off, go do that. So thank you very much to Dragon Turtle Games for sponsoring the show. Other sponsors, nothing official, but as ever, we have our lovely friends at bardicinspiration.co.uk. Check them out. They do loads of geeky dice stuff, bags, etc., etc. We have Sawdust and Swear Words, who are incredible woodworkers. Go to Facebook, put in Sawdust and Swear Words. Check out their photo album. Boom, you'll get loads of cool woodworking stuff.
Well, just ask Dave.
You could just ask Dave, or you could just go to his Facebook and let him play the game. We also have Ruffworx Creative. If you go check them out on Facebook, Ruffworx with an X, not a K. You can see them in chat actually. Go to Facebook, put in Ruffworx Creative, check out their photo album, and you'll see another very talented woodworker and leatherworker. And have we got probably some other sponsors out there somewhere? Ashana, she's a glass crafter. It's beautiful. She's from America. Does loads of glass figurines. Go check her out. Right, so thank you for coming to the channel. If you've been here before, you know we play games. If you haven't been here, we play lots of tabletop. Tonight is Carbon 2185. So I'm going to go around the players as we got a newbie. Oh, right, loads of stuff. So, first of all, we've got James playing Alex, the troublemaker.
Hey!
We've got Rob playing Larry, the Marine. Hoorah, Semper Fi. We have Lauren playing Yun, the smuggler. She may pronounce that differently when we get to it. We got Dave playing Philip, the combat hacker, but not that kind of hacker. And we've got Nave playing Jean John, the combat medic.
And
Of all these really cool names, and it's just Larry and Philip in the middle of that.
You may see we have little chibi artwork around the characters. They are done by Becky Appleyard Art. So if you go to Facebook and check her out, she does some really cool little cartoony chibi-like artwork for a very reasonable price. So go check her out on Facebook. No doubt we will get a link in the chat as we go. We are going to attempt to use Roll20 tonight, depending on what the players do. They may or may not get to that encounter, but there is 1 hour round and about for us to use Roll20. As I really like Roll20, we're going to be using it more and more in our tabletop in adventures throughout the week. So, right, let's get on with it. Oh, and the background music we use Sirenscape, which is a really cool sound system, board, library, database that is full of loads of ambient music and sound effects and just background, anything you need really to add to your games, whether it be online or tabletop. It's on the same mixer as the chat, so if you could let me know if it's too loud or too quiet in the chat, I will try to adjust it so you get a cool little ambient while watching our lovely adventures. The players can't hear it, so tough. Right, let me... There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, that might come through nicely. You'll have to let me know, chat. Excuse me. I've got the corona. Recap. So this lot, many moons ago, came together with a couple of others. They've now whittled their way down to this 4. And of Jean, Philip, Larry and Alex. They are on their way to Mars to acquire some assets that Crown Estate claim ownership of. They have managed to throw in a few favours, speaking to those they wanted to speak to, get on a cargo freight ship that would take them, drop them off en route, and give them a few days to get onto the planet, get what they're after, and then they'll be picked up on the way back. On spending a lovely couple of hours on a freight ship in the middle of space, they decided to stab each other, punch each other, hack into the place, beat up some regenerating Saudi Arabians that were, it's Saud Tech or something like that.
You
They
could
got
be ever loving out of those guys.
yeah, they definitely gave them a whooping.
12 seconds of doom.
Gained a bit of what's the word? They built up a rapport with the captain of the ship, and yeah, they were allowed to leave. No questions asked, no further trouble caused. We left the party in their escape pod that has been lent to them, without Jake, who may or may not have taken job with the Sound Tech lads. But you are en route to Mars in your small pod. There is Alex, Larry, Philip and John.
So he ditched us with more emotion, less emotion than Matt Damon showed Minnie Driver in that was how literally he gave a shit how quickly he just left us.
Hey, do you want a job? Yeah, sure.
Doesn't get me away from this lot.
I was about to say James is a bit accurate on the will I live longer and get more money? Yes, cool, I'm out. Screw them guys, they're gonna die. So
We're not dead yet.
Yet. Hang on. I'll do some magic
All right,
here.
Lauren, you only just joined us. No need to pipe in with the sass.
The last time somebody died, they just threw him in a bar on fire and left him to it.
Yeah, but they gained an NPC Marine. Yeah.
This is how we gain party members,
They
though.
trade them off. If
We
you're not
traded a
playing
body
the,
for a Marine.
if you're not playing the class they don't want you to play, they just transfer you at the local character swap shop. So, you're on your way to Mars, you're in the escape pod. As you approach the atmosphere, there is a deja vu moment for Jean and Alex, who have been in space before. Coming close to the... there's no real... You just see the landscape of Mars from an orbital view. It is red, and you can not see anything really that stands out, other than your knowledge of the craters and such that may or may not. Well, in fact, Jean failed to remember stuff about the thing. Did you know? There's lots of cratery type stuff on the surface of Mars that you cannot remember the names of, but I will have to bring them up. And you begin to enter the atmosphere of Mars. As soon as you do, there is a slowing down of your pod immediately, as it feels as if it is going through some sort of thick thick gravy, they've managed to they've managed to weaponize gravy and put it in the atmosphere.
The long far future there
Stop
exists
putting
only
your
gravy.
microphone next to your mouth for your family. So yeah, so on your way in, it slows down. You see all around you a strange netting made of something in the atmosphere itself. And as you start going through it towards into the nicer part of the air, there is more and more of this netting. You look out the small windows on the pod, and you can see this netting is a very long tube down to ground level. Gravy mining on Mars is literally the next 12 sessions. The pod is now basically autopiloted down. There's no comms to you. There's no manual intervention needed. It's a very standard thing for when you are entering the atmosphere from the good old stars. It takes about 15 minutes for this process. Just checking out of the windows, you can now see that where you're heading, there is what appears to be populated large town is probably the best description. You can see the environmental domes that have been built all around. From here it looks like they've attempted some sort of hexagon and it's slightly squiff just the way it's been gridded out. In between the large domes there are longer tunnels, again to help with the environmental differences from Earth to Mars. As far as you are all aware, there is no ability bar good old science and tech to allow you to breathe out and about on Mars. They've not managed to terraform or anything just yet. And any experiments and tests they've done thus far have not ended well enough for them to go ahead with it. So they are still using the stay under the manufactured artificial domes to keep you breathing, etc.
Someone have a TV on in the background.
TV?
I can hear a movie coming through someone's.
You can hear a
TV.
movie?
I can hear a TV off a film coming through someone's.
Probably
Can you turn that
80s.
down, Bex?
Is it distracting you from the game, Nath, or is it
Used to
distracting you from the other
It's
game?
it's distracting me from this. Yes.
You still hear it?
Yeah.
No, it's gone down. I can still hear it, but only just.
Better,
It's very quiet. I can just hear it.
It's Sam put a song on earlier, so he turned it up so we could listen to it.
That's all right. It's cool.
So yeah. So you're heading towards a town, or at least a colonised area of the planet that is still using the manufactured artificial domes and such to allow living here. As your 15 minutes pass and the pod follows this like almost water slide type effect going down to the surface, it is pulled into a large space dock. Well, it's not a space dock. No, it's space tip. It's because you're in Mars, just space. There's a large docking area where there are not loads of ships, but quite a lot of heavy working, more squared tracks. They are probably used for things like mining or labouring further out. There doesn't appear to be a lot of the sleek, expensive designs of like cars and such that you were used to back in the cities, especially Dubai, where you've just flown from. So the dock itself, as you come under the roofing, that you come through a like watery wall, similar to, if you've all seen Stargate, similar to going through the gate itself. There is like a wall of water in front of you, transparent enough that you can see the other side and see where it's going to be taking you to dock. And you sort of like, and you go through it onto the other side. On the other side of it, the netting sort of finishes on these large air cushions. A small like mech and crane system is in place to take these ships, pods, whatever they've come from, to the main dock itself manually, without the aid of thrusting of jets and all sorts of lovely stuff. And you are taken to the dock area. The door pops. You look out. The dock is full of workers, and they're shifting a lot of the crates and stuff that are coming out of these large truck-like vehicles, and they are stacking them to the far side. It's almost like you've gone into the arse end of a warehouse, but looking around, Jean and Alex can see that this is definitely something they've seen before when the military have used off-world missions and such and come to places like this. There is less neon here than back on Earth, but the air feels something akin to when you were in the forest. You're in that radiated forest, and it just had a bit of a bitter taste as you were breathing in. But you, again, Alex and John are aware that this is just a side effect of the artificial air that's used off-world. Mars is well known for not having as much money pumped into it as, say, Venus. Mars is a harsh, almost labour, like bricklayer-esque construction site that people have been using to try and find resources that they can use back on Earth. Across the way, standing out like a sore thumb, with a small digital plaque in front of them, akin to those that when you get off a plane and it will say Mr. Smith, looking for them, is somebody holding a sign that says Jean on it. And they look like Lauren. Go.
It's you.
I'll get out of the pod and head over.
What do they see, Lauren? Is what I was getting at.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
I
I thought. Yeah,
apologise.
sorry.
She's straight in. Is this you, knobhead?
Let's get straight in there, why not?
Why wait? Yeah, so I'm about 5'10", skinny Korean girl, as far as you know, about 30, with a kind of teal bob, about the same colour as this, and a face mask on, like you can see. Oh, they can't see the chubby figures yet. With a long duster, just kind of leaning against a post, holding this in one hand, just looking like she wants to be anywhere but there right now.
Cool. I'll head over and say hello.
This you? And just kind of twist that.
Yes. I wasn't
long
expecting to find anyone here.
Yeah, well, Crown expected you here a bit sooner, and they thought you might need some assistance getting off this planet. So, here I am.
Now make an insight check against
And you are
the newcomer to see if the comment about being the assistance is genuine.
Yeah, go for it. As you are...
Such thing as insight?
Well,
sense motive.
equivalent.
and you are?
Nope.
I'm Yan.
That is a 4.
Where are you from? Yeah.
Larry,
Frank.
you've got your eyes on somebody behind you, and you're just eyeballing them like, I'm sure they're dodgy. But you've lost all concentration on the conversation with Jan and Jean.
Crown sent me, like I just said. Did space travel muffle your ears or something, or screw up your synapses? What?
In Mandarin, I'll reply saying that's not what I meant. I was wondering where you're from, not who sent you.
Well, considering I'm not Chinese, that is rude.
Do you not reply in Mandarin?
No, I can speak Mandarin, but I'm not going to reply in Mandarin. I'm speaking English.
Okay.
I'm just going to go out and get a brew. You guys let me know when you need to roll initiative, and I'll be here.
You won't even need to do that, mate. We're just going to kill each other.
Careful, I'll pull a knife on you.
Like, so, why Mandarin?
Because of your...
And this is where I get banned on Twitch.
Go on, George, you've dug a hole. Let's see.
I was curious to know whether or not we had some heritage in common.
For Lauren's.
안녕하세요. 타키운 삽니다.
Yenif! Turns out Lauren's method, motherfucker.
Well, shit.
To give you a bit of time to answer that, just for Lauren's thingy and anyone else watching, can you all describe yourselves? James first, please.
413X is synth. Doesn't hide it, doesn't run away from it. Literally is grey skinned all over, and you can see the seam lines of where its manufacturing has taken place. It's got 413X printed across one cheek. It wears a bulletproof vest that is a concealable one, but it doesn't really wear anything over it to conceal it, so it's just purely wearing a bulletproof vest. And it has, for want of a better word, some torn trousers of some kind. Again, purely functional. It has no use for pockets or anything like that. And it seems to have a submachine gun that is strapped to one leg and a pair of pistols that are strapped to just underneath the armpits of both sides. It seems to be always scanning the areas around and everything like that, and doesn't appear to be paying any form of attention to the conversation as Jean digs a hole.
Larry?
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Larry.
Yeah, Larry, big lad, probably. I think I'm one of the tallest, about 6'4", big sort of fighter's build. Kind of makeshift, well, a new leather jacket as of recently. A new sort of like tough leather jacket. Jeans, bike boots. Probably the most striking thing is the pair of fairly battered, sort of scrap metal looking gauntlets that are seen around some underground fighting rings around the cities and some of the Badlands where he made a bit of a living following his military career.
Philip?
And yeah, some interesting scarring down his back from a previous encounter with these lovely bunch of human beings.
Soma's not on display.
Yeah, no, I'm clothed.
Philip?
Philip's 6'1", human. He's generally wearing black leathers, sort of like almost motorbike leathers, crossed with steel suit from Dune. He's got helmet on, which is full plate, full face as well. He's got Crown Estate insignia over his heart, which sort of like a badge. It's a sort of mash-up between motorbike leathers, steel suit from Dune, and Judge Dredd outfit. That's more or less what he wears. It's all black. And he wears a nice pair of neon orange trainers.
Pop colour, just a pop of colour.
Yeah.
Jean?
Make his stealth rolls better.
Jean's American Asian, just a little over 6 feet tall, only 75 kilos. He's quite slim. He is 35 years old. He's got teal eyes and bright purple hair, which has a bit of a white streak on the side, but not always that obvious. He wears a black sort of mid-thigh trench coat most of the time, and a white sort of canvasy linen shirt. He's got a few daggers kind of on like belt loops around the side of the trench coat, and a sword at his back. He's got an underarm holster with a gun in, which is sometimes visible, but he's often kind of kept out of sight.
Cool.
I forgot to mention, I'm the shortest of the group at only 5 foot tall. Everyone else went, I'm 6 foot.
We've been playing this game for like 4 months, and we only find out you're 5 foot now.
Also, apologies because Spurs scored the third goal in the middle of my little description there, hence the little...
I would have absolutely taken the piss out of you months ago if I'd have known that.
Did you not know Alex was a short ass?
No, I thought it was like, I don't know, 5'10" or something.
Why do you think he's so good at sneaking?
Yeah.
He's literally a
literally
cyberpunk
built
halfling
for
rogue.
being a scout.
So, I'll pronounce it wrong as many times. Young, the wee young, speaks to you. Respond, John, if you can.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was your response?
I said I was curious whether or not we had anything in common culturally, and then she responded to me in a language I didn't understand. Neither out of character or in character.
In character.
At which point Jean went, yeah, okay.
Just nodded. English it is.
So, guessing you've not encountered many Koreans then,
Few, I just don't speak the language.
and you also assume they are Chinese.
No.
Sure. Right, are these the rest of your crew?
Whoa.
I don't think they consider themselves mine. per
That's
se,
what he
but they
said.
are the people I'm with.
That's better.
You seem to be missing one.
He decided to take a walk with some Saudis we met. He had a change of employment status.
Right, but everything's still in order for the mission, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're here for the mission. Jake decided he didn't want to do this mission and decided to
question.
go elsewhere.
Did we ever check that USB drive to what the hell the mission was?
We've got the information loaded.
Yeah, you did, because it was the mountain that I've completely forgotten the name of.
Oh, the biggest mountain
yeah,
of
yeah.
ours.
That
It's
Nathan
Jordan-
ran
it's
off
in John's
to go and
book,
get
you'll
his
know it.
book.
And then, yeah, he went to get his book.
Went for a loo break.
Has he informed Crown of his desertion?
Doubt it. 1 minute we were fighting him in a ring, next minute he took off.
Okay.
Didn't even tell us, let alone Crown.
I'm just gonna. Can I just come back to Crown and just inform them this? Like, do a little email to him?
Yeah, what's he say in the email?
What?
What do you say in the email?
Oh, well, I just explained that acquired the team. One of them is seen to have defected. You may need to follow this up. With
You
the-
get a response from a anonymous, which you're used to. Simply says, Lester payout, regards.
So, shall we?
So you work for Crown then?
As I've said twice, are you sure your synapses are still functioning? Do we need to take you to a doctor?
Sadly, he is the doctor.
To a better doctor?
At the bar set low.
You're right.
You're
Adrian.
still alive, are you?
Not thanks to you. You're the
I
one who nearly
look
killed me.
down. I look down at
Actually-
4138 and go,
Actually, I assure you, it was thanks to me.
want to go get a coffee?
This unit would appreciate stimulation of a caffeine-based drink.
How did you even get down here?
Hey, AD, is this place populated?
Yeah, there's
All
lots
right,
of people.
There's loads of people around, yeah.
Give me a
Yeah,
perception check.
Some 11.
Just guess a number. Pick a number between 1 and 20, why not?
What's the average between 1 and 20? 11.
Your perception? I don't know. 12?
You see a really tall woman with some sort of digiboard, like clipboard, checking in with a lot of the people up and down the dock. Very similar to what I think he was doing on the ship. And it's very tall, as tall as your medic friend that you saw in the hamlet in the middle of the forest. She is a good 7 feet, maybe a tiny bit more. Walking around.
Would we know if Mars is pretty much exclusively industrial? Is it much of like a tourism trade and a social trade?
I'd say 80% industrial with a smidgen in of curiosity tourism rather than let's take the kids there.
Oh.
Yep. She's having a look around and she starts heading towards yourselves, which you assume is to check your legitimacy of landing an escape pod. No one comms you, no one said anything. They make eye contact with Yoon in front of you. Yoon nods and the very tall dock manager nods back and turns back to their work.
So what are the rest of your names? Just to clarify.
Crown not know that already.
No, they've told me, but I need you to tell me your name so I know I've got the right form.
I'm just going to walk off in the direction of the general way
And
we
I'll,
need to go to get where we're
No,
supposed to
you
be
wait
going.
here.
I follow yours.
You don't order me around.
I follow Jean.
You
I
don't
don't
get
give a
paid.
shit who has sent you here.
Oh, then you don't get paid. Lovely.
You don't get paid, you don't get the information we find. Shall
That's
we?
fine. I'll just tell Crown what's going on, and you won't get paid either way.
Meanwhile, at the coffee bar.
I was just trying to figure out your name so I can tell you which coffee bar to go to.
I'm walking and not acknowledging her.
I'll follow Jean. Yeah, I'll follow Jean.
So, Jean and Larry, where are you walking? Philip and Alex have already gone to a coffee-esque area.
Oh, we've come back already. With takeaway.
We've got popcorn sat at the side.
Did you go to the Java bean over there? Don't drink that. They use dirty water. Right, just come with me. We'll go get a decent.
Bag of chocolate-covered coffee
Throw it
beans.
over my shoulder.
Yeah, don't drink that. I've been here for a while now. Don't drink that. We'll just go that little down way. They do some good coffee cake as well.
So, Alex and Philip, you've returned to you, and then you've just seen Larry and John walking off.
I'd walk up to you, shake her hand, and be like, "I'm F1 or Philip or whatever." You are.
People actually being cordial and not assuming my race.
So,
And your
This
name
unit is known as 413X.
Okay, right. Let's go get some coffee and cake and.
As me and
We'll
Jean
find
are
that later.
walking, I'll say to Jean, now I get that you piss people off at first impression pretty easily, but even by your standards, that could have gone better.
Second, third, fourth, fifth.
So, Jean and Larry, as you are walking, there are large double doors, several of them, along the far wall where you've come in. They will all lead to one larger tunnel that will then lead on to the environmental domes further into this large, town.
Yeah.
There is a militia, police-esque force present. There we go. Nightingale Exploration are the symbology they wear, or the iconography on their badges. Sound Cybernetics was who Jake went to. There you go. Yeah, so you know the police here, or at least those that are policing, are all in Nightingale Exploration insignias. And where are you heading? What's your?
I mean, I'm looking for. Is there like a when we kind of get here? Do our Neuralinks pick up like a local net of some description that we can hook into directly?
Nothing as of yet.
Okay, in which case I'm looking for some kind of computer terminal and/or something like a map which says this way to Olympus Mons.
Cool. So heading over to.
Can we not see the mountain? Like, is there not a skyline with a ginormous fuck off mountain on it?
Not inside, no.
Enclosed. We're all
And-
enclosed.
Fair enough.
And John was unaware where it was when he did his thingy. So even looking out the pod window, you wouldn't have been able to go, I think it's that one. So.
Just imagine an old school Total Recall kind of.
Yeah, exactly
downstairs
that.
in the bits. Yeah.
Exactly that.
Metal pods rather than glass domes.
Yeah. So you, Larry and Jean, you head towards a collection of small shops. They are serving a lot of the workers and a few of the locals. You get the feeling that some may stop here for no other reason than to say they've stopped at Mars. And they're serving out very cheap and cheerful drinks, sandwiches, sort of just real quick food and drink stuff. There is no Master, what's his face, the noodle man?
Master Wong.
Is it Master Wong? There is no Master Wongs here. The franchise of Master Wong.
There's Master Muong. He's got a weird, different moustache.
Yeah, not Burger King in the slightest. But yeah, there isn't the Master Wong franchise up here. There's no names or any. This is so and so's place on any of the shops, and the people working behind them have a small Nightingale Exploration badge on their kit that they're wearing, and they're just serving coffees and making smaller snacks and stuff. There are maps.
Are there any kind of like general stores or equipment stores?
Equipment only for things like a penknife equipment. There's no get your ammo here sort of shops.
Nothing that would sell.
Not in this immediate area. You are
Okay.
literally in the dock area. You'd have to take one of the tunnels to one of the the proper domes where people live and work, etc. But
How public is this area? Like, how busy is it?
You reckon there's 200 people here, give or take?
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
You approach one of the shops. There's a young lad behind the shops. At one of the shop desks. Just looks across to you. Afternoon.
You alright?
Yeah, not bad. Can I help you?
I don't know if you can. Phil was looking for some heavier duty hardware, close protection equipment, ammunition. Is there anywhere on?
Oh, Tunnel 5 over at Dome 6. They deal with all that sort of stuff.
What's the best place to get a bite to eat around here?
Best place? Oh, probably Dome 3. I could do you a sandwich.
It's been a long trip, probably something a bit more than a sandwich, mate.
Nah, no worries. You new here?
I am, not so sure about this fella, but yeah, first time.
Oh, you've been before, sir? And turns to Jin.
No.
Okay. Well, good day.
I will. Is there like, I don't know it later, as you want to say, is there any sort of signposting, any signage or anything that kind of gives
Someone who could show you around.
that isn't a sassy Korean girl?
I wasn't sassy to you. You hadn't even spoken to me.
Exactly.
So there are maps. There are "You Are Here" billboards every now and then.
Can I have a little look at one?
Basic.
Can I look at one just to get a general rough layout, how the pods are arranged? Is there a general theme to it? What sort of scale are we talking about?
So looking at the pods, and as you saw on the way in, they have a very abstract hexagon type shape to the entire town, the way the pods are set out. There are 12 domes. You are in Dome 1.
And this appears to be sat at kind of like catering or like food stalls.
No, this is the dock. This is the.
Oh, of course, yeah. Sorry.
You look at. You can see now. You follow that they're numbered. It is a very simple layout. There's not loads and loads of ways to get places. There's 12 domes. There's tunnels that interconnect them. You can either walk there, which may take you a day or two, depending on which dome you're going to. But it's just looking at the map and looking and remembering on your way in. These 12 domes are spread out quite a lot. So even though it's town is probably the best description of it for population-wise, but the amount of land it takes up is massive. So if you were to walk from this dome to Dome 2, it'd take you about 2 days, or you could get one of the shuttles where it'd get you in hours. Okay. Like they're spread apart to take advantage.
Any mention of the mountain?
Not on the this local board, no.
Make of this, Sean. Something's sitting at the back of my mind and has been for a while, right? Crown Estate, armed to the teeth. They've got resources coming out the rears. You know, they barely blinked when we crashed. Well, when you crashed the jet, it must have cost a fortune, right? If they've got all this money, time, resources, the only reason they're paying people to do their work is because they're expendable, which I'm fine with for the most part. It means, what are they expecting to run into up there?
Well, if they had agents here themselves, why have they sent us?
Exactly. The only thing I can think of is that facility is abandoned for a reason, or it's in someone's hands they don't want to be seen or getting in the way of, or being confrontational with.
Yeah, we suspected that anyway, though, right? So they're sending us because we were expendable. Don't understand why they've sent one of their agents to meet us.
Do you reckon it's worth doing a bit of recon down here without attracting too much suspicion, asking around what people know about the research place? Or is that too...
I think we should be careful asking questions about the place, but I would certainly like to ask some questions about Crown and understand their presence on the planet and what they're doing here.
What'd you make of the girl?
she's loyal to her employers, so I don't trust her.
Feels like we've been kept an eye on.
Yep.
Which I don't like. This happened
Yeah,
a
I
lot
know.
with your work at the Crown in the past.
I've never worked at the Crown before.
Oh, the first job was the one I joined you on.
Yeah. And the way they operate doesn't leave a particularly pleasant taste in my mouth, generally speaking. So I don't intend to do any work for them again after this job.
Money's money, don't get me wrong, but you at least want a hand that's feeding you can trust, right?
Trust's a very strange word. Sorry, in this line of work. I'm not sure that, given what we're doing, there's many people we can ever really trust.
You think they're
Including-
good for, you think they're going to be good for the money?
They were never paying us, which also is why I don't trust it. She's dangling something in front of us Crown have never offered. This was a freebie.
I mean, we've come this far, right? Like, part of me's curious what's in there for my own sake, rather than any previous agreements with Crown, previous agreements with the Chaos, whoever else wants whatever's in there.
Yep.
And the reason no one's gone to find it yet.
Yeah, it's it doesn't make sense. It makes even less sense now that we know they have someone here.
There's too many people who want it, and no one's actually gone and got it. Which makes me think it's not the safest place or the most easiest place to walk into. And as far as I'm concerned, it'd be good to know what we're walking into.
We can ask around. I mean, this is a pretty public place. If people are going to know something more specific about it, they're more likely to be closer to the mountain. Here.
You reckon, like, local police, law enforcement, they know what's causing problems, what the risks, a bit of risk management, see what's causing them problems at night?
This isn't San Francisco. I don't think those people will talk the same way they do.
Money talks everywhere.
Yeah.
I just think there's the local running guns, I don't know if there's mercenaries at these parts, but someone's going to know what goes on behind closed doors and know where to go, where not to go, and how big of a gun to carry, surely.
Then we're better off finding local punks rather than local militia or police. If that's the kind of information you want to try and get hold of.
Yeah. One last thing. The girl. Should be careful discussing things about your fellow took out a jet.
I don't intend to discuss much of anything in front of that woman.
Seems fair.
Philip sat there going, and then Jean crashed his ship.
The ship back up in orbit. What was the deal with you springing the knives? You really go that worried about losing?
I didn't know what was going on, to be quite frank, Larry.
Friendly
By the time
friendly wink and a jab, and you respond like that.
I'm no good in a fist fight.
For a smart
If you
man,
wanna
you
make a
slow it
distraction.
putting 2 and 2 together. I appreciate it didn't come with much of a warning, I'll give you that, but
It was a stupid idea. It was a stupid way to try and create a diversion. And
I don't know.
we were stupid for trying to break into the systems, and we were stupid to try and sneak around the ship. We
No, I
should have
agree.
sat on our asses, sat on our hands,
I agree with
and
that.
just gone with things.
Distraction aside, distraction worked. Just the response was heavy-handed, that's all. I just want to know it's not going to happen again.
Don't punch me again.
I'll punch you again. You don't have time to pull knives on me. Don't worry.
Fair.
Thanks for tuning in. This is the last session of this campaign as the party is imploded with the introduction.
Look, ultimately, I want to trust you guys. Like, you've helped me out, right? You've done right by me. I came with you guys on good faith. I just want to make sure things are amicable and
if we're getting into scraps up here with God knows who watching us from Crown and God knows what up in that research facility. Just want to make sure we see eye to eye.
I don't want to be here. I'm doing this because we need to clear our slate so we can get on with what we're supposed to be doing, what I need to do. That isn't be stuck on Mars, working for a bunch of stuck-up, arrogant, overly informed people that seem to like toying with us and trying to kill my friends.
Didn't answer the question though.
Which bit?
We eye to eye. We on a level on this.
Yeah, we're on a level here. I won't pull a knife on you again. Unless it's to genuinely help you.
That's fair. I think you guys, Knives, and me have got a rough history as it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's leave it twice.
So you two have a chill. You two chill after your conversation, right? Alex and Philip, you're reviewing.
So, I'm guessing you guys want some food as well. So, there's just a little coffee shop that does some nice lunch over there. We'll go chill and we will catch up. Is that okay with you two?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
This unit is agreeable.
Cool.
So you go over to the coffee shop. You sit down. There's a nod of recognition from the young lass behind the counter as Yun approaches.
Hey, Sally.
Hi, you alright? The usual?
Yes, please. And what do you two want?
It's a coffee shop. You can order what you want.
Wondering excellence.
You can have some of the brown stuff in a cup.
Overall.
Yes. They will bring you. Sally will bring you your coffees out within quite quickly. Actually, they come out. They're half decent. You've had better during your time in the cities, but it's passable.
Yes, unfortunately, there's a few places in this area that do passable coffee that is not going to give you diarrheas, and this is one of those few places. It's a bit of a trek to Stone 3 where there's some more decent eats, but this will do for now. So, aside from the discussion with your comrade over there, I have been sent by Crown to help you guys out because, well, you're down a member, and also there's a fair few people on this planet that either don't want you to finish your mission or want you to do it and steal the stuff from you. So I've been hired by them to just help you out.
So you've been hired by Crown to basically join us. You don't work for Crown
No,
like I do.
no, I've done a fair few jobs for them now, but like I'm just for hire really. I go where the work is. And I was around Mars. They tapped me. Figured why not? Sounded like
So
fun.
you're a contractor, not an employee.
Yeah.
All right.
Freelancer, if you will.
So what do you know?
I know you've had an interesting time getting here. We got to get up to the mountain, but I just need a bit more information about what you've ascertained on your way here. I need to be filled in on the run so far.
As far as I'm aware, all we've been told is we need to go to this place, get inside the place, get the asset, which is the only thing that's left of value, and take it back. That's all we know. John knows more. Would you like me to try and call him?
Who was the one he was with?
Oh, Larry.
Poor Larry.
All right.
Yeah, so I've been told a little bit about the Nightingale Exploration Facility, and a little bit about the old gemstone up there. It's not going to be easy getting there. And it'd be easier if your fellas hadn't wandered off and we could actually have this discussion, four of us. But yeah, if you tap Larry and see what's going on.
Cool. I phone Larry up.
Hello.
So where are you?
Look over at Larry.
I don't have built-in comms. I'm on the old flip phone. Judge
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you want.
Yeah, I know.
You're on a razor.
I am old school. I'm in my 40s, man. I don't do this tech crap.
So we're sat in a lovely coffee shop having some coffee, which apparently won't give me the shits, but we'll see.
I'm pleased for you.
Yeah, I know.
Philip, roll me your fortune.
There's good waffles here. There's good waffles.
21.
21. Yeah, you're all right. You'll probably pop out a solid one later.
Oh, nice. Perfect 7.
What's up, Philip?
So we're just chatting to Yoon, and she says that she's a contractor, not an employee. So, like yourself, you're a contractor. You're not an employee, like I am.
You believe everything at first glance?
I don't really care at the moment.
No, you do it.
We're down Jake. And last time I saw Jake just destroyed, along with yourself, 2 desert vampires in like 12 seconds. So, I mean...
It's what I do. It's what I do. But other than ringing me for compliments, what is it you want?
Get your ass back here so we can actually get on with this.
Well, sat in a coffee shop and we're actually out looking for stuff and trying to make heads or tails of where we are. We're doing stuff. You're the one sat having a brew.
Yeah, whilst Yoon's telling us loads of stuff. So, how about you come back and
Talk and walk.
What are you going to do? Put me on loudspeaker?
If I have
Does
to.
your flip phone even have loudspeaker?
Larry just starts shouting. You're on
That's
loud.
not what I mean, old man. That's not
I'm
what
accidentally
I
put him on
mean.
mute.
Yeah, but that's you staring at it going, what's the mute button? Oh, I think I hung up on him.
As accurate as that may be, no. Hey, look, you can sit and have coffee all you want, but none of us want to be here any longer than we want to be, right? We don't know what we're walking into. We don't know what's going on. You find your way up here and we'll carry on having a look round. There's no point you sat in your asses having a cuppa.
Where are they right now? Can you ask him that?
I'm not in widening comms. You cannot track me.
No,
Larry,
I'm
where are you?
Ewan, you can see him. He stood at a map board.
He stood 20 foot over there.
I'm literally
Larry.
next to the coffee shop. Hello. You've got surround sound going on.
Just want to come over here so we can. I can tell you what we need to do.
You hear?
Advice, that's what you want to do.
He's shouting
I
this
put the
back.
phone down.
No,
I'll
no.
now walk over for the sake of being within 20
I'll,
yards still.
I'll follow. I'll
I thought we
follow.
were further away.
I'll
John, give
follow
me
Larry.
a perception check, John.
21.
21. These two shouting across to each other has brought the attention of some of the Nightingale police. They're not doing anything. They're just eyes on wide. This shouting across. There's lots of people shouting. There's lots of people shouting, but they paid attention to this particular pair shouting.
I'll head over.
Right, Steve.
I'll send a message round to 413X and F1, just saying. So that little conversation has brought the notice of Nightingale. Just thought I'd let you know.
How's the cop? How's the coffee?
AD natural 20 on a perception check to
Cool.
keep an eye on people keeping an eye on us.
Cool, everyone.
Anyone that's paying more attention than should be.
More attention than should be would be your judgment. No one seems to be doing it any more than the other, but there is a lot of attention your way.
Okay.
Ewan, you've been here a while? Is it Ewan?
Yeah,
Ewan. You've been here a while?
yeah, been here about a month. That's why I was expecting you guys a bit sooner than now, but
No best
Yeah,
place. Is there any manufacturers, fabricators, engineering types, commercial ideally, custom work?
clothing, machinery, weaponry need to be more specific about that.
Adjustments to existing machinery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you probably need to go to Dome 6 for that one. It's a bit of a ways away though, so.
Closer or further from the mountain?
Well, that's kind of 6 to 1 really, because it's kind of spread out, so all pods kind of in the middle. So if we refer to like pod 2 and then pod 6, they're of the same weight. So it's in the general direction. This place is weirdly mapped out. It's kind of quite odd.
What?
But it will take a while. Like if you need anything fabricated or like amended, fixed, they'll probably take a few days, and they'll probably price gouge you as well. So if it's not urgent, you're probably better off waiting until you get back to Earth.
Look, as much as this coffee shop looks delightful, I think it's worth, we need to have a chat amongst ourselves a little bit less conspicuous.
Well, I've got a room in a local kind of tavern just down the way towards Zone 2. So we can head that way. They've got some rooms there.
What's the general people like around here? Much of a behind closed doors community?
A little bit, but because you are an outsider, like I've gotten in a bit with them because I've been here longer, but they're still not sure because I've only been here a month and I wasn't hired for any of the kind of industrial jobs.
What exactly is it you do?
Like your comrade said, I'm a contractor of sorts.
No, I said, what do you do, not your job title?
That's not my job title. I'm a contractor. That's what I do. So, what do you mean? What do I do?
I'm guessing Crown hired you for a reason.
Yeah, to help you. I am adept at finding things and getting them out of places.
So my question to you is, if Crown are so keen to get hold of whatever it is that's up there with the resources they have and with people apparently as adept and skilled at getting things and getting out of there, why the 5 of us beforehand? Why not just hire you in the first instance?
Well, I was already contracted to someone else. I don't work for Crown. Like I said, contractor. And since you've lost someone and may need a bit of help, I've come into it.
When were you hired?
A month ago.
How did they know we were going to lose somebody 2 days ago? When they hired you a month ago?
They hired me initially to help you get off the planet, as there's not many people who will help you on this planet. And
But I don't think they'd even hired us to come here a month ago.
And whoever they were going to hire. They knew they were going to send someone up here to do it, and they wanted me to help them get off the planet. But now I know that you've lost a member, like you told me as you got here. I'm going to have to be more hands-on.
We didn't tell you lost somebody. You were expecting 5 and you made the assumption that when only 4 of us got here. We never mentioned anyone had been lost.
Well, where's your 5th then?
We told, well, you've asked before we told.
I was expecting 5. 4 of you came off that ship.
She did ask where the 5th was, and Jean did tell her.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah.
While this is going on, John is seeing whether or not he can connect to any kind of local equivalent of the intranet using his HUD.
Am I right in saying we agreed a deadline on pickup with our little ship-faring friends?
3 days.
3 days, isn't it?
And how long do you reckon it'll take to get to this mountain?
4 days.
3.2 days.
DM level 80.
If you were to walk there, Lauren,
Yeah.
too long. But with transport, you could do it probably in a day and a half, 2 days.
Yeah. So if you're being picked up in 3 days, you're not going to leave with the item. So you might need to message them and say, wait a bit. Or you could just...
What's your plan getting off world?
Well, I've got to hook up with a ship. That's, again, why I was hired to help whatever team that came here. Because I can get you off this planet quite easily without those fellas staring at us lovingly over there being informed.
So while Jean, you are trying to connect, you get that searching moment. Do you know where you're looking for Wi-Fi? You get searching, It's constantly asking you for a key, but you can't seem to connect.
What do you-
Also,
A13X.
Can I try hack it?
dear God.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, right? We've played Cyberpunk for many, many weeks now.
Have we ever had
all
a
know-
successful hack?
No one has hacked successfully, and I'm pretty sure it's down to the fact that AD is dead scared of what's going to happen if he ever says that we succeed.
We
Not
download the internet.
It's not to do with me. Were you guys rolling twos? Yep.
That is
It's
Oh,
a black
whip-
box with a little red light on it.
I'll whip my hacking device out and get to work.
I
Alex.
think you need to put that wage on, especially since they're over there. They're looking quite intensely, and if you start doing that, that's going to draw more attention to us.
Give me a perception check, Jean, with advantage, and then a hacking check. Well,
If he gets arrested,
I'll
he's
let
on
you.
his
I'll let you do your perception first, and then you can decide if you want to carry on.
Perception check is a 14.
40.
14.
All right, Jesus Christ! I was
It's
like,
not Pathfinder.
you see
Level-
Venus.
level 20 level shit.
There's a sniper on Venus aiming at you. You do notice that there are almost a leaning towards you. There's a bit of a subtle way that they are now the Nightingale police are watching you with that device on the table.
Okay.
Put that away.
I'll look over them and just say, "You guys got the password for the network?"
I get up and walk off.
They
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave now. Like, guys, follow me. I've got some transport. We can go to the taverns, sort ourselves out, and then like I've got some transport towards the mountains. It'll take us about a day and a half, 2 days to get there. Right.
Alex.
As you are, hang on, as you are doing this, let Jean have his moment. So as you guys are packing your coffees up, one of the Nightingale police walks over, tall, straight, no helmet on. By straight, I mean he's straight backed. You know what I mean? Jesus. He stands before you. He's very well clean shaven. Looks kind of out of place here amongst all the rough and ready construction-esque industrial types. My good man, you are not allowed on the network here without permission. We are unaware of who any of you are, so therefore you do
Hi, I'm
not
Jean.
have permission. A pleasure. He doesn't put his hand out. And then he turns and walks back to where he was standing with a few others, and then gets on a very thin, almost USB stick sized radio.
Okay.
It could be nothing, but that's what he does.
So, what were you trying to achieve with that then, John?
Get on the network.
And you didn't think to maybe ask me for assistance with that one?
I don't really want your assistance.
Cool, then you don't get the network key. So we'll start walking off.
Alex, you're a rational person. From what I gather.
This unit doesn't believe in rational. This unit is logical.
Exactly, and that's what we love about you. This trek to the mountain, you're a military man, or at least tactically sound for the most part from what I've seen. You reckon we benefit more by getting this done as quick as we can, spending as little time as possible on Mars, or do you think we're worth prepping, taking stock?
413X looks around at everyone staring at it, looks at Jean, looks back at Larry and says, I don't think time is ever an issue when it's compared to this team.
Valid.
I would take the aforementioned given advice by the vis-a-vis expert that has arrived to discuss with us and knows about the job and go with that assumption. This unit has not done military activity other than training activities on Mars.
Sean, where is your character sheet? I've lost it.
It's on roll 20 as well. Put it on there.
No, not yours, John's. I'm after
Oh, I
Jean.
thought you said.
Sorry.
I thought you said yawn.
No.
Imagine Jon and Jean causing confusion.
Absolutely.
At least they're not talking Mandarin to each other.
So, you boys coming or what?
What do you think?
413X gets up and follows and stands waiting for the rest of the team.
Dev, can you do me a favour? Send me your character sheet.
You just want a PDF, yeah?
Yeah, just a PDF, mate.
Yeah,
'cause
sure.
I just want the stuff written on it at the bottom. I can't find it. Yeah,
look
sorry.
over it. I'll look over at John and Philip and see what they seem to be doing.
I've already got up.
Are you Facebooking it?
Yes.
Cool. So, Alex and Philip are following Ewan. Larry, what are you doing?
Sounds like Ewan.
Ewan?
You
Alex?
win!
Yeah,
You win! You
Ewan.
win!
McGregor, I thought you were great in Star Wars.
Yeah. All right. We'll see where we go with this. I'll get up.
I just need this off of Nath for the next bit.
Sorry, mate. 1 sec.
It's alright, mate. It's alright. I thought I had it, but I don't know where I put the bastard. Your call is important to us.
On its way.
Cool. Ah, there we go.
Hold the phone caller.
Hold the phone.
Now what?
Entertain yourselves. Lauren, by the way, this is Nath, Dave, Rob, Jebs.
Hi!
Not like I met you all before.
Me before,
Yeah, you know Rob.
sadly, for your sins.
Yeah, we played Alien as well with the.
Oh
yeah.
We played Carbon. We had the my Cyber Ninja and your whatever you were. You
I
were.
was a scoundrel.
And we played Alien with Nathan, and I shot him in the back of the head.
Yeah. And then AD killed me.
Yeah.
That was great.
He'd euthanized you and you were just unconscious.
I
I'm
was just
fine,
sleeping.
please help me.
I was
Sleep.
just sleeping, and AD killed me.
It'll all be over soon. I'm fine. It'll all be over soon.
I've been awake a
Flesh
while.
wound.
I got given a brief, alright?
But if you'd like to know more about this Alien game that we're referring to, go back and watch that 48-hour stream. It's somewhere in the middle of it.
49, just saying. So, as you guys are getting up to walk away, Jean, you hear a familiar voice of, Sean, is that you? You turn to see a short, blonde-haired gentleman with quite... They look like they do a lot of sport, more rugby-esque in their physique rather than anything leaner or bigger. They are in standard kit and overalls, and you recognise them from when you were during your third contract, where you were broker in trade in medicaments, and you
Right.
recognise this person as Ryan.
I'll look over. You alright, Ryan?
It's been years. Has it
It
been
has.
years? Feels like it. What are you doing on
What's,
Mars? And he's pulling behind him a crate with 2 or 3, very similar to the ones that you will have seen when doing said brokering of medicaments.
I'll walk over towards him. Just doing a little bit of a job for one of the corps back on Earth. They wanted something retrieving.
Oh, look at you, running the big guns, I see. Still rocking around with this lot, and he nods back to the crate. How's the and he nods towards your arm.
It's all right. It's good. It's I've learned to use it a little bit better than when I first started with the medicals, with the brokers.
That's
You on your what? You must be on your 3rd, 4th stint now.
Not far off. Probably kill me working here. I'm hoping to get my knee replaced, but an entire leg if I can afford it.
You picking up or delivering?
Both. I've just dropped some stuff off over there, and he nods towards one of the larger trucks, like maybe 7 or 8 trucks down. They're taking them out to some of the mines out in the mountains, and I'm taking this lot back with me. Well, I will be in a couple of days.
Whereabouts in the mountains? Do you come here quite often now then?
Maybe 3rd time I've been here. Usually the moon and back. There's quite a lot of stuff. You all know that a lot of the fuel that is used is from a particular resource from the moon.
It's my first time here. I need to get over to Olympus Mons, but apparently the network here is like locked down. You can't access it without a key.
Oh, it's really locked down. they don't let anybody on it. But there's a few people that'll probably get you on for a price.
Okay. How does one make such contacts on Mars?
Ryan's sort of looking around everywhere. There's a few, and he sort of just he reaches into his pocket as if doing a magic trick for a kid, like it's where like totally secret, and he brings out a small pad. He's trying not to do anything overtly sleight of handy, and he brings out his personal device, and he's like, well, there's the three I used to use. Tonfer, I think he's dead actually, or left Mars. There's a Korean lass called Ewan. She's dodgy as fuck. She'll get you most things. Sassy little fucker. I think Laura might be around here. I've not seen her since I landed, but I don't know of her leaving.
Laura?
Yeah, so you got probably Laura and Ewan, one of those two.
Okay.
Tomford's, well, I haven't seen him. Dead or gone.
What do you know about this Yun?
She don't speak Mandarin.
Do you speak Mandarin?
That's his opinion, not yours. She's alright. Gobby. Pretty good at getting your stuff. Or getting your stuff elsewhere. I've only worked with her a couple of times.
Okay. So you say you're here for a couple of days?
I'm here for next 2 at least.
Okay.
And I got a small trip, small seat paid for, get me back to Earth.
Fair dude. Well, look, if you're here for a couple of days, if we get this job finished early, it'd be good to catch up over a drink, maybe.
Oh, 100%, mate, 100%.
Well, let me give you my number, dude.
Is it not this one? And he shows you an old one.
I don't use that number anymore, I'm afraid.
Cool.
But
just put it in here, and he gives you his finger.
And I'll give him my new number.
Cool. He takes it. You now have Ryan Makepeace's number.
Cool. Brilliant. I better go and catch up with my friends, Ryan. But it was good to bump into you, and thanks very much. Hey, actually, you don't ever do any deliveries and drop-offs over by Olympus Mons, do you?
The last one I did was what, maybe 6 months ago. Took it over there. Took one of the big. They have like these weird. I said weird. Lots of people like them, like a bit of a touristy guide thing. They go out there. Someone tells you all about the mountain. But there's a facility there. I think it's owned by this lot, and he points towards the police. But there's nobody there. It's abandoned. They've got a real small crew on the door. Like you tip up, it's like seeing a relic. I mean, I deliver the medical supplies, way more than what they needed, but there's only about 4 of them there. It's a shit job, that station out there.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, Ryan. Look, hopefully catch you in a couple of days for a drink. Hey, you staying around here?
Yeah, just down in Dome 2. There's quite a lot of I've forgotten the word, but it's where all like the inns, hotels, that sort of places are. Accommodation. There you go.
Cool.
Jean.
Good stuff. Yeah.
And he holds his hand out to shake it. Take his hand.
Oh, yeah. Take his hand.
He passes you a small, like USB type thing.
Yeah.
Definitely go for that drink, yeah?
Yeah, will do.
Cool.
Cheers, Ryan. See you soon.
Take care. See you soon.
I'll walk off and catch up with the rest of the team.
Cool. You walk off and catch up. Where are you taking them, Ewan? Ewan.
Yeah.
I'm from Leeds, love. All right, this is ridiculous. Yeah.
Welcome to playing RPGs with AD, where
Stop
he
pushing
just-
your mic.
As soon as I heard it, I knew it was going to come.
You sound perfect, Rob. You got
I know. I don't know why I
beautiful
do
voice,
it. I
mate.
don't know why I do it. It's habit from work.
It's like you're doing a dramatic, like, I'm going to take your soul, and you just lead into
One
the mic.
man, one month.
This
summer.
You, sir, can have a free reroll for that.
Yeah, so I'm taking to a transport so we can go to Dome 2. Just pop by the
Uh-huh.
kind of tavern to regroup and just discuss things a bit further in private, since
Cool.
Sean was
So-
creating more attention than we needed.
You will make your way to Dome 12, which is the dome that most of the tourists go to. There are several. To get there, you get on a small, like subway shuttle, and it speeds you across this very, very long tunnel heading out from the dome you are currently in to Dome 12. And you can see the stretching of red planet far to your right as you are shuttling across the red desert, I suppose. There is a very, very large mountain range with a singular mountain on its own, sort of offset from it. Lauren points out that it's that is Olympus Mont. There are a few people staring out of the window in a little bit of awe. You're probably guessing they're touristy types, considering you're going to Dome 12, doesn't surprise you. But there's also a fair amount of industrial workers that on their
Going
off.
to Dome 2,
Why are you going to Dome 2?
where the hotels were. I thought that was Dome 2.
I thought you were going for transport.
No, because we were going to discuss what was going on first.
Ah, so you got Dome 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's similar anyway.
Where
You're
the
still
taverns are.
taking a shuttle. You're still going across the red desert, but you're going to Dome 2. Next time you go to Dome 12, remember that description, so I don't need to do it again. You're on your way to copy paste. You're on your way to Dome 2. There's less touristy types and more industrial types on this shuttle. As you are heading over there, it will take you about 2 hours on this shuttle to cross this desert. You get the feeling that it's not a straight line, but you can't see where it bends, turns, shifts. And looking out the window and like trying to gauge it, it just feels like you're going straight, but it's taking a long time. On your way there, we will call a break, as it is 9:30. So, we're going to have a quick break, because I really need the toilet. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'll probably
Yeah,
get a
maybe
Pepsi, actually. I'll make you one if you want. So stick around. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first part. We'll jump into part 2 and see what happens in Dome 2 on this large town on the surface of Mars. And we'll crack in there. So right, break time. See you soon. Stick around. See you in about 10-15 minutes. You should be able to hear us, guys, girls. Can you hear us? Right, cool. So, welcome back. We are back from the break. If you have just tuned in, we are playing Cyberpunk 2185, a 5th edition Cyberpunk game created by Dragon Turtle Games. If you go to their website, dragonturtlegames.com, and buy anything, put the code in WAITE, W-A-I-T-E, and you'll get 10% off your purchase.
What's the delay at the minute?
The delay?
Yeah.
Pretty
'cause-
heavy usually. By
Oh yeah, it's just popped in. Sorry.
Oh,
It
sorry,
wasn't
yeah.
showing.
Yeah, anywhere between 8 seconds and 20, depending on
Yeah.
Twitch's ability to grab the data and feed it back up. But yeah, so hear you loud and clear. Thank you very much, Grace. Thank you very much, Ron, for that. So, this just in, Tottenham have trounced their opponents. Did they score the penalty? Was it Kane?
Kane's gone off, Delhi.
Oh, damn, cool. Right, cool. We're going to crack on with some Cyberpunk. So, just before the break, this lot have landed on Mars, being introduced to somebody who was allegedly sent there to meet them. Jean has met up with an old friend. They have had a look around on a couple of maps, noted where Olympus Mons is, or maybe. They are all on their way to Dome 2 of this 12-dome town on Mars that is currently owned and run by the Nightingale Exploration Corporation. Excuse me. And they're on the way to Dome 2. They spent a couple of hours on the shuttle. As they get off the shuttle and exit the station in there, they are met with a wall of music as you go through the huge... These doors don't seem to open. People just seem to pass through something into a very, very noisy place. Oh, well. It's alright, let me just... Right, chat, let me know if you can hear this music. Might be a bit loud. It's quite loud on my end. Everywhere you look, there is a bar. Some bars are stacked on top of others. The abundance of neon, loud indeed. Yeah, but Grace, it's always loud to you. You must have us on full blast. Right, I'll turn it down. Let me know how that is, Grace. Everyone's got a glow stick. But yeah, there are stacks and stacks, multi-stories. The neon lights here are, it's as though the bulbs are running low, but they still hold a bit of brightness to them, but nowhere near it's very accurate, Chris. The brightness and luminescence that you've seen in the cities on Earth. So there are several bars around you. The one that Yoon, I can't do it, tries to takes you towards is called the Double Chip, and you see two like CPU chips stacked, one overlaying the other, and a neon sign that says the Double Chip, and that is the one she's taking you across to. You enter. It is, as expected, a very busy pub. There are lots of people drinking in here. The majority in here are the industrial sort. There is one or two that stick out like they thought they'd give it a go while they're visiting Mars and kind of just stood in the corner supping. Every area, every building you've seen has rooms to rent all over it. The dome is about, could probably hold maybe 2,000 people. Over to you guys.
So we just head up to my room so we can talk.
Yoon walks in, gives a nod to the barmaid behind the bar. Goes to the stairs on the left-hand side of the bar. They spiral up. The music is lessened. There you go. You can hear the music through the door, but it is now muted. Walking into her room, you see that it is very...
I'll pull up a pew at the bar and stay in the bar. I won't go with them to the room.
Cool. Who goes up to the room?
I'll go.
The rest of you? Cool. So we'll do Jean in a minute. That was a weird sentence. You go up to the room, you walk in, and it is very basic. There is a bed that pulls out from the wall that is currently tucked away. There's a writing desk and a chair and a like holographic image screen on one of the far walls that is currently set to a fire.
Where did Jean go?
You noticed he went to the bar.
Can one of you just tell him to come up here? Because the whole reason of coming back here to discuss this was because he brought too much attention to ourselves, and we can't discuss this downstairs. One, it's too loud. Two, it's too busy.
I think if he wants to be down there, leave him down there. It's less hassle than trying to keep him happy at this point. If he's not willing to come discuss it, he just has to go with what plans are made, doesn't he?
If he's going to do that, because apparently he doesn't like following direction.
No, he doesn't like following your direction.
413X will open a comms relay to Jean so he can hear the conversation that's going on in the room, and then turn to the others and go, I've patched him in.
Well, if you wanted to be involved, he'd be up here, so don't bother with that.
Look, I'm getting pretty happy to the point now where risking life and limb with people I barely know and barely trust is part of my day somehow. I mean, that's part and parcel. But try and see it from his perspective, right? We rock up on a planet having some dealings with Crown. I don't know what his history is. He's had this crazy, because I'm pretty rough couple of months, and now you rock up and you two didn't exactly get off on the right foot.
Yeah. Whose fault was that? Anyway, I'm guessing you've all got some electronic devices that need to get on the system?
Not me, these might.
Larry looks at his hamster running its wheel. Smoking a cigar and fat as fuck.
Put some coal into my fucking shotgun.
Look, I don't know what you know about us, and to be honest, I'm not massively bothered. Ultimately, we're here to do a job. As far as I see it, I don't want to be off-world for as long as I can. I don't like the idea of walking into an abandoned base at the whim of a company that has far better resources than us. Don't
know
know
anything about the item?
Not important. You're just here to collect it, right?
But surely you should know what you're collecting.
It's not so much what it is, it's why is it so valuable. There's plenty of people after it, but no one's gone and got it yet. And to me, that strikes one or two reasons. One, it's dangerous, or two, it's difficult to get to. They'd rather lose us trying than risk their own people. Now, I'm
Also,
quite.
they don't want to be tied to it, because if Nightingale find them snooping around for it, which if Jean hadn't drawn so much attention to us, it would be a little easier.
We've got him stapled with the goddamn Crown logo on the side of him.
True, we might need to.
I can't imagine Crown are that bothered about the whole brand awareness piece at this point. Look, as far as this way, we know how to handle ourselves. I'm assuming you do too, otherwise you wouldn't be here. We're going to have to go into somewhere we don't know what's there, how big it is, how dangerous it is, what the situation is the air breathable, is it not, why no one else has gone there yet. All of that strikes me as a good way of getting ourselves killed for very, very, very subjective reward. Before I decide to wade into that mess, I'd like to know what we're wading into. You've been here a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
You strike me as the sort of person that makes contacts well, knows what's going on, has a good eye for what's happening around.
Yeah, so what I've ascertained, it would take us probably 1 to 2 days to get out to the mountain. And we need transport. We could get out there using some of the touristy ones, but we need to be a little bit...
So hireable vehicles?
Not for cheap, and not for people they don't know. So I've got a couple of contacts that could do that, but
anywhere we could acquire them off grid, borrow them without asking?
Not without anyone noticing, because as you can see, everything's pretty self-contained here, and if you leave from one of the bay doors, they will know.
Once we get away from this system, once we get up there, are we going to be left to our own devices? Are we likely to run into much Nightingale activity up there?
I've done a couple of the touristy tours just to kind of have a look on the outside, and there's only, I've seen 4 to 5 Nightingale employees outside the door, which seems pretty low security for an asset that apparently a lot of people like. So I think there might be something deeper.
Do the locals just think it's abandoned? I'm guessing it's not exactly public knowledge there's a high value item in there.
Possibly, but I haven't done too much in depth because I was just hired to get you off planet. I wasn't hired to help you, but seeing as you're down a member, I think.
Oh, don't get me
makes
wrong,
sense.
if you're here, you're coming with us, otherwise at that point you're as expendable as we are.
Well, I don't need to come with you because my job's only to get you off the planet. Once you get there, that's your own business. But
If you're not willing to help us as much as everyone else is, you don't need you anymore. Simple as that. You're either in this together or you're on your own. You don't expect us to go and risk life and limb so you can get us off world and claim some credit and claim your payout, do you?
Well, if you don't get off the planet, you don't get anything that you've negotiated. So
If we're not successful, you don't get much either from the sounds of things, right?
I get paid either way.
I'm going to insight check that. Or sense motive that.
Go on, Rob.
Is she concerned if we're successful or not? That's a 13.
13. Give me a deception. Deception. Give me a deception roll. Lauren. And Yeon. Fucking.
19.
She sounds pretty confident she'll get paid either way.
Get paid either way, why are you worried about helping us then? Surely just leave us to our own devices, whether we make good on it or not. Either way, you're in on a winner.
Call it morbid curiosity. I want to know what this thing is.
Been here for a month and you haven't had a poke in there, you've not asked around, you...
Despite how good I am, on my own, I can't get in there and find out.
All the more reason to come with us then.
That's why I'm offering you this help. You're the one batting my head right now.
Meet Larry. Concrete wall. Douche.
Well, I do. That's what I do.
1-on-1, mate, granite.
Fight me outside, let's go.
Put your gloves on this time.
Right. I don't know, like, it's not sitting right with me. Like, job's a job, money's money, but this feels different. Like, it's a lot of big names, a lot of big price tags floating around something that... we're not trained for this, we're not military, or we're not exactly kitted up to the nines. There are better ways of extracting something from a site that Crown can afford.
Then why'd you take this job?
Someone offers you enough money, you'll do it, right?
Then why are you complaining about this job?
I'll complain about that. I'm saying if we're going to go in there, I'd like to know what we're getting ourselves into. There's too many question marks for us just to walk in there and just hope for the best. Like, don't know what the history is between this crew before, but from what I've seen so far, walking in there and hoping for the best isn't something that's, you know, worked out that great for him so far.
Well, if you decide not to do this role, you do know what Crown are going to do, don't you?
Well, it's more how do we get best prepared to go in.
Well, that's why we are here to discuss this. Which would be helpful if the other member of your team was in their room.
You can
We
hear
need
us.
to figure out what we have here. We need to triangulate maybe where we can get some more information if you want. But not many people are going to have information about that unless you speak to the Nightingale Corps, the Nightingale team, and they're not going to be forthright with any information. So, at the moment...
Is there any gangs or underground types, black marketed types, mercenaries, people who go out and about?
Not too much on this planet. It's mainly just industry, and Nightingale keeps a pretty tight watch on it. There's not many dark corners where you can open your trench coat and buy a cheap watch, if you know what I mean.
What do you make of this, Alex, Philip?
So from what I gather, there's at least 400 times the amount of people there than we were told there were going to be there. Because we were told it was abandoned. And you've said there's at least 4 people stood outside.
Yep.
Think we can get past them, or is it a case we're going to have to get them out of the way?
I've only seen one door, which is the one they're guarding, so we probably have to.
You lot
do
were
something.
aware when you looked at the data that the facility is within the mountain. So, you know, it's not a facility just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
Lauren, you would have been informed similar.
Yeah.
The facility is within the mountain.
So we'd have to get inside the mountain, and I've only seen one way to get.
Has there been any expeditions up there? Exploratory, I don't know, scientists doing whatever scientists do up there?
I have not seen, and if there were, they'd be part of the Nightingale team, so that information won't be available to the Gen Pop.
How geared up do these Nightingale boys look?
Normal
Standard.
guards.
Like those boys down at the docks.
What were they equipping? Fire pistols or long rifles?
Pistols and assault rifles.
Armor?
Standard.
Don't get me wrong, I don't want to go around and start killing Nightingale guards. If we can do it peacefully, it'd be at least non-lethally. Take their gear. Suppose we biolock exists on Mars as well, DM.
Everywhere, mate. Stuff like that is just common.
Blanket, alright.
Yeah.
What about you, Alex? You normally sit and contemplate in the corner and chuck out the occasional word of wisdom.
Stats.
This unit so far is contemplating that there are 4 military grade personnel that will be assailed against us with an unknown map of the area that we'll be going into, with an unknown collection point and item. However, is hoping that the unit known as Ewan will give more information in regards to this.
Sorry, can you say that again? No, I didn't quite catch it. It garbled.
That's fine. This unit is currently ascertaining that there are 4 armored guards of potentially a military organization laid against us, with more on the inside, with an unknown area map and an unknown collection resource. Hopefully the unit known as U1 will be able to give us the information about at least what we are collecting.
Where did you get that information from?
This unit has ascertained it from the conversation this evening.
Okay, so yeah, so there's 4 with they're not too military, they're more guardy like the guys we saw at the dock. Well, the item, all I know is it's codenamed Gemstone, and that's all I've got.
Gem.
Like I said, I was just meant to pick you up and get you off planet, so I didn't need to know the specifics of what you were going in for and all that kind of stuff. So I assumed you guys knew more about that. That's why I asked you.
Understood. Unit known as...
AD, what information do I have about the item specifically that we're there to retrieve that was on the data I uploaded?
You just knew that it was an asset within the Nightingale facility, and the bit that told you details on the asset itself, you didn't break into. You got the surrounding area. You can obviously hear all this through the open comms that Alex held.
Yeah, cool.
Alex, Philip, how keen? How do you like our chances of just wading into this thing and adapting on the fly? I think the more information we try and gather, the more Nightingale are going to potentially be onto us. Seems like they've got an ear to the ground on this place.
A unit known as F1L1P. Are you able to ascertain if there are any locks or abilities that will need to be hacked if you'll be able to do this on our behalf?
I think we've covered the fact that I'm not that type of hacker.
I can
But-
help with that.
I'm pretty sure, like, you can do it. Ewan can do it. Like, I reckon between us, we can probably break into the place if that's what you want to do.
What time is it, AD?
It is about
Tea time?
noon time. It's
So,
midday.
Midday. What time of year is it? Is it like now?
Yeah, it's autumn. So
It's
yeah,
autumn, cool.
yeah.
So sun will set in about 8 hours. So we could I could try and contact some people and see if we can get a transport over there under the cover of night and go there about, say, 1 a.m.
Sounds reasonable.
It would be
Look.
better to travel by vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I can drive if need be. I know you're pretty handy.
Some of you will feel quite tired going on missions late into the night. Others, less so.
If we're going out in the night, I'd want to get a bit of rest beforehand.
You are welcome to use the space. It's nothing much, unless you
These
want to get
two-
your own room.
These two might be alright, but Jean and myself aren't going to do too well into the night. I'm not sure you'll do well into the night either.
I'm good. I'm fine.
What do you reckon?
You're welcome to use the space. Sean can get his own room.
Is there any place you reckon we can pick up MVGs, night gear, anything that's going to help us see up there?
That'll probably be Dome 6, I think. Which
What
is
about-
a good while. It's a bit of a trek on the shuttles.
Forgive the ignorance, Philip and Alex. Do you two come hardwired with night vision?
No.
This unit has the capability of seeing with night vision.
I'm surprisingly not too bad, but I'm thinking if we're going to go in at night and we don't know what we're facing, it's going to be, I doubt the electricity is going to be able to flick a light switch on up there. I think it comes down to the more planning we do, the more Nightingale are going to be watching and be suspicious, but the less prepared we are. Depends how confident you guys feel about playing it by ear and adapting. Served you well so far. I mean, won't be necessarily as clean as I'd like, but none of you are dead.
BM.
Yep.
I'm doing comms blackout
Okay.
after that message that I've just sent to Jean goes through.
And what message have you sent to Jean?
Uh,
Oh, you've actually sent him a message?
Yeah.
So you do that. Comms blackout, is there a save or does it just happen?
It's in the Zoom
Just
chat.
happens.
It's in the Zoom chat, Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boys. Oh, boys.
Yeah, we don't do anything stealthily. It makes
Shit.
being a scoundrel really hard in this game.
Good man. I love blowing a hack to
This is
unbitch
all
somebody.
great stuff for viewers.
Oh yeah, I know it's great. Which is why I want him to come up here.
And that, Jean's last message is what I've been waiting for.
Yep.
That's brilliant. Cool. So for the viewers at home, Philip has asked Jean to come upstairs. It's up to you whether you do or not, Jean. Cool. Down at the bar. Give me a perception check.
As the lights go out.
You're muted, mate.
7.
7.
7.
Alright, well you don't see that happen. Cool.
I assume my comms goes blank.
It does.
Before while this conversation was going on, I'll have ordered a drink and also sorted out a room.
You have indeed, and you've succeeded. The room only costs you 101 longs.
Cool.
Yeah, when you see it, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Premier Inn is a little bit upmarket from it. Let's put it that way.
As you get that message from Philip, and then your comms doesn't black out, just theirs in the room. It's only is it 20 feet? Yeah, so it's just the room. You can't contact them, but your comms works fine.
If I try and contact them, does it come back like dead?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll plug in that USB that I was given then.
Cool. You gonna have a look at that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Gets hacked by a virus. Just twitching on the floor.
What we
It
thinking
is.
then?
Hang
head
on,
out tonight?
I'm dealing with Jean. You plug it in, you bring it up, and you see a small emoji face, little avatar of someone you recognise to be Sparks. and the data chip is encrypted.
That son of a bitch strikes from the grave.
My boy, my boy.
You obviously have hacking kits, so
I don't suppose I have any of Sparks' codes to hand, do I?
You've had my life, you're not even my codes. Get your own damn codes.
give me a.
Let that boy spirit rest, damn it, Sean. Monster.
Give me a streetwise check.
You're not happy you got guns down?
I'm getting the metal dice out for this just so I can crit one it.
Yeah, crit ones all round, baby.
Well, it wasn't a 1.
Weird way to weight your dice, but who am I to judge?
12.
12. You got a few numbers that came from Sparks' kit and shop that just by accident, like having an old receipt in your pocket. There's a few numbers written on there, but none of them look like they're longer than the password the screen in front of you is now asking for. But you are very aware that it is encrypted.
I won't. I'm not going to try and hack it here. I'll sort it out in the room later.
Cool.
I'll have a go in the room later.
You carry on drinking. Yeah, you have a nice drink. There's music playing behind you. It's not bad. You got a few people.
I'll try and listen to the din of the room and just see what's going on. See if I can pick up a side quest.
Give me a perception check. Not a 7. Give me another perception check.
Load a shotgun, step out into the hallway.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be like the Pathfinder one. You need to deliver this love letter to.
Yeah.
Rat
20,
shotgun with
21.
menace.
21. You turn and there is a group of workers that are straight off shift, still grimy in their overalls. Few lasses, few lads. He, she's, and theys, and they're just looking across, and one of them catches your eye, and she is quite blatantly ignoring her friends and staring straight at you, and just will not avoid eye contact. Every time you turn, she looks.
I smile at her.
She gives you a very small smile back in a awkward way.
Okay. I'll wander over to that table.
Go there, look at it. There's about 8 of them.
Cool.
Just all
I'm like, sorry to disturb everyone. I couldn't help but notice your gorgeous friend from the bar here, and I'm just wondering whether or not I can maybe see if she fancies a drink.
They all start going, and this lass just goes yes and takes you to the back. She has very short, like military cut hair, so it's like grade 1 at the sides and then short on top. Her face is covered in grime and stuff from the mining. As she sort of just bumps into you, you feel that she's got a bit of oomph in her, being a labourer and stuff down the mines. And she heads over to the bar and she's in her Nightingale mining overalls.
Okay. All right.
Alex
What-
cuts
what
the
can I
feed
get
off
you?
at this point.
I'll have the usual.
Don't have to. Philip did it for us.
I'll have the usual. And she nods to the barman behind, and he just brings out this. It's like an 8-inch tall can that's pure silver. It's got the Nightingale Exploration logo on it. And she just cracks it open and starts supping. Joanne.
Okay. What did she say, sorry?
Joanne.
Joanne. Hi, Joanne. Have we met somewhere before?
Spent a lot of time on Mars,
No, first time.
and then no.
You seem to catch my eye.
Good. I'm hungry.
Oh, fair enough. Would you like dinner?
I would.
Where's good around here?
Go to the shack, 2 doors down. Do some great burgers. Do you mind eating wrap?
I'll try anything twice.
Noted. Follow me. Put this on the tab. and she walks you out of the double chip, 2 doors down, and there's a burger shack, essentially. Probably fit about 50 people inside, so it's quite big. And then there's loads of tables and chairs outside. There is a outdoor serving area where you can sit outside in it, or you can go in and eat. In or out?
Well,
I'm
out.
Out. Go. She goes over. The usual. 2, please. 1 for me, 1 for him. And she goes and sits at a table. Well, she took the can with her. She sits down and just gestures across to the table.
I'll sit opposite her.
Cool. It doesn't take too long for the food to... I mean, it's $21.85, mate. Push a button, you know what I mean? Add a bit of water to a paracetamol, you got a fucking 3-course meal! You know what I mean? Anyway.
1 portion.
Pie and chips off an aspirin. So you... burgers are brought out. They're very thick, meaty burgers. Clearly, you've not seen any cows on Mars. But
there's some fat rats then.
some fat rats. Or multiple rats, just saying.
Rats of unusual size.
Mars rats the
Rouse.
size of, like, you know, Great Danes.
Pub rats, yeah. Made a show out of them called Scooby-Doo. So you start eating, and you in town long? What are you doing on Mars? Are you in Mars long? How long have I got with you?
What you got?
John kind of casually checks his watch. 3-4 hours.
Cool, eat up. And she just starts laying into her burger. Right, back to you 4. We'll come back to you in a minute, John. Then me and you will set up an OnlyFans site and we'll make millions.
This unit feels a disturbance.
I will say, all my NPCs are based on people I know in real life, so just point out there. I married one of them. So what are you 4 doing?
Yeah, so...
Continuing your conversation.
Yeah,
This
so...
unit needs to make you aware that currently I have lost communication to the unit known as Jean.
Yeah, that was my doing. I was hoping to get him up here because 4138X, I'm assuming you saw the messages that he was putting up for us too. Larry, you didn't because, well, you don't even know what wireless is. And I'm assuming you didn't.
This is wireless. Pat to the shotgun.
You're an idiot.
I'm going to start unlacing boots. I'm going to lay on something big.
And I'm assuming you didn't include Ewan in the message, which had Jean in it as well. So I'm just going to reiterate what Jean was telling us because he was being a sissy little bitch sitting downstairs.
Please do.
He says that recently there were supplies dropped off at a so-called abandoned facility. He also said that the Crown claimed Nightingale have given us permission to enter the facility. So if any of that is useful, that would be great.
So where did you get that information from? Because
It
if you have
doesn't say.
permission, you don't need me.
He
You don't
didn't
need
say.
you, really.
I mean, having him stamped with the Crown logo might be a good way to prove to Nightingale we are who we say we are.
What you said
Yeah,
was
but-
Nightingale gave Crown permission to enter. Yeah? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nightingale gave Crown permission to enter the facility. Is
Yeah.
what Jean was telling you.
Right. So considering none of us here have heard that anywhere else, including the person who works for Crown.
Yep.
In Philip's defence, I don't think he's employee of the month.
Even
This
so,
unit does not believe that Philip has ever won employee of anything.
Even so, they should have told him that he can go into the facility he's been sent to. So
They're hiring 5
Just-
mercs to go raid a facility on Mars with God only knows what inside.
Just to catch you up to
They're
speed,
that
I'm
bothered
on the
about
shit
his
list.
details.
okay.
I'm on Crown shit list. They've basically sent me here to die. So
So you think that they would inform someone in the party that you can just walk into the facility?
It did, they informed Jean. He just let us know.
Did they actually? We don't know where he actually got this information. He's just told you he has this information.
Trust him more than you. And he stabbed me. Twice.
Several. This
Well,
unit
no.
can confirm several times.
yeah, it was really funny.
Then why do we need to get all this kit? Surely we should just go ask Nightingale to give us a vehicle and let us in.
Have you ever gone into an abandoned nighttime facility full of God only knows what without prepping before?
But why do we need to go in at night time if we're being told that we can just go in?
It's gonna be dark in there regardless, in a mountain.
True, but again, we don't know what's in there. It's probably not abandoned if medical
Alright,
supplies
two
really
scenarios
drop
for
there.
you. You get all the way there with a torch, without a torch. Which one of those makes you trek back when you realise you needed one?
I'm going to stop you there because that's not what I'm discussing right now. I'm discussing why are we putting all this effort into planning a covert mission when apparently we can just walk in.
Because I dare say, due to our track record, what starts out as a nice, clean go in and have a look will not end that way. And having at least a little bit of plausible deniability that it wasn't us, due to whatever fuck up happens up there, would be in our benefit. If we're trying to get off world with half the planet looking at us, if something goes real bad up there, I'd rather them not know it was us.
That's fair, but also, why didn't John tell you this beforehand, that you have permission to go in?
Do I look like the sort of person who gets told the technical details?
I only joined this bunch of idiots like, what, 3 days ago?
Right.
With that?
Look, suit yourself. I can see in the dark. You deal with what you need to get, and I'll take the boots off, and I will just...
Are you laying on the floor, or are you looking for the button to pop the bed out?
I'll look for the button that pops the bed out.
Cool.
It's a really small button.
This will
It's
be
a
fun.
nano button.
Yeah, let's watch him struggle.
Can you give me a...
Nano bed.
We'll punch a hole through the wall before I give this up.
I will make
You're
a
about
bed.
to watch the most stubborn human being playing the most stubborn human being.
Give me a computing check.
To push a button.
What's my computer? I'm not on a negative modifier, at least.
Still zero there.
You're just looking
Maybe.
for the button, mate.
You don't know that. Keep missing my dice tray. Say, go in the tray. There we go. 11.
11. You found
Yeah.
the button. You
I
walk
push it.
over. You look at the area where the bed's supposed to be, and you're like, right, I'm gonna lay down. You're looking around for a little bit. It takes you about 30 seconds. It's probably a long time looking for a button. You push the button. It
Yep.
slides up.
Yeah.
It's very
It
cool.
slides out where you were standing. You fall over.
In legs.
Fifth element.
106 bludgeoning damage. Yeah.
Just what I was thinking.
106 wouldn't outright kill me.
Bed pops out. There's a bed in front of you. You lay on it. It's comfier than some of the places you've slept in the military, but
There we go.
not as comfy as what you've had recently.
I can live with that. And I'll rack a shell into the gun, put it across my chest, and wake you up when we're leaving.
Try and get some sleep at middle of the day. Although you are a recovering alcoholic, so sleeping's probably easy for you.
And I've been stabbed, resurrected, unconscious in a fight, and unconsciously drunk in the last 12 hours. It's been a rough day.
An average
Freshest all
Tuesday
over
for you,
again,
isn't
yeah.
it?
So Alex, Philip, and Yoon.
413X. Can you, as inconspicuous as possible, go down and try and find where John is? And bring him back unless he's busy. In which case, just record it.
Oh!
No. This unit is incapable of doing it inconspicuously.
Okay. Be stealthy like.
Does not compute.
This unit will go and find John in the methodology that it thinks is most appropriate to it.
Okay.
I'll
So,
walk out and
how
go
long-
downstairs to the bar.
How long does blackout last, Dave?
1 hour.
Jesus. Unless you turn it off, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you leave it up?
No, I'll turn it off.
Cool. Alex, you go downstairs. Perception
Are my
check.
comms working again?
They are indeed.
Well, com for Jean.
Okay. Jane, you're getting a call from Alex. You're muted or not talking.
Knee-deep.
John will respond with text the same.
Sock on the door. Sock on the door.
What's the plan? Question mark.
The X will once again attempt to calm Sheen.
You're getting a call, Jane.
I won't respond to the call. I'll send a text back saying, busy for a few hours. can meet afterwards.
413X will reply. This unit is not entirely sure what you are busy doing. However, this unit needs to ascertain your current whereabouts.
I'll just reply with a name, Joanna.
This unit is unfamiliar with this establishment.
I won't be much longer.
Good for the unit known as Sheen, but unfortunately the unit known as 413X still needs to ascertain your current whereabouts and to see you in person.
Send us something. Are you alright? You alright, Dream?
I'm fine. I'm
she
fine.
don't even know your name. Did you tell her your name?
No.
Cool. This is more accurate than I care to. You alright then?
Yeah, fine. Sorry, just one of my friends is asking me where I am. I'm just trying to tell me to go away.
Do you want me to tell me to go away?
No, that's all right.
Alright.
By the way, I'm Jean.
Cool. Finish food.
Yeah.
I'm back on shift in about 4 hours anyway, so got stuff to do. Need to move this up. We might want to bring some water with us.
I'll send a message back to 413. I'm all good. I will join you in 4 hours as Joanna will be back on shift.
Actually knows the importance of hydration.
I am drilling the locals for information.
Oh, fucking.
So glad I hadn't taken a drink at that point.
Yeah, that was a struggle. That was a struggle.
Man. That's 2 out of the 5. That's the second random nighttime escapade in this campaign?
That's not bad, it's 17 sessions.
It's not.
I miss Chase.
As you said that, some real sad music just came on Summonscape. Proper like Homeless advert, you know what I mean? I remember when Chase were with us.
Back when I were a lad.
Eating bread off at Cobbles.
Is it possible that 413X can backtrack and find out where the messages were coming from? I.e. look
Track
for
the
GPS
IP.
connections with hacking?
No, because you're not on the network.
I did ask them if they needed it.
I know. And Larry bulldozed through. You would easily ascertain. Give me a hacking check.
So we got to the skill that I wanted to use anyway.
I'm just going through it. Yeah.
27.
He is within 100 feet.
Okay.
But without getting onto the main network, you're unable to access the satellites and such to take full accurate GPS. But you've done more of a sonar, and you know he's within 100 feet.
Okay. I'll start scanning the bar and highlighting targets and then moving on from there.
That's a target.
Cool. So, Larry's getting his head down. Alex is downstairs. Philip and Ewan, you are still in the room, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to get a couple hours while I can. Well, I'm going to try and contact some people, see if I can get a transport, and then get a couple hours shadow then.
Cool. What are you doing,
How big's the bed?
How big's the bed?
I'll go on the floor. I'll go on the floor. Oh, there's a chair in the corner.
Larry's on the bed anyway, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm
how
not
big is
sharing
it?
that.
How big is it?
I'm a big lad.
It's a decent. Larry's on it comfortably.
If he takes a step towards me, I will level the barrel towards the
You just hear a
I'll
zip.
I'll just put my back up against the wall, and just sit on the floor.
Head down. Cool.
Yeah.
So,
Plugs himself into a USB socket.
are you making contact in the room, or are you leaving the room to do so?
I'll do it in the room. It's my room anyway, and it's for the mission.
Cool. You call through, and Troy answers.
Alright, Troy.
Not bad, not bad. How's it going?
Alright, I just wondered if I could borrow your vehicle this evening for a wee jaunt.
You can, but how long are you gonna be? Like Nightingale breathing down my neck. The garage is rammed. They're wanting all their kit fixing every 5 fucking seconds. I'm sick of them breaking it.
It would be for the night, like picking up at about 12:30 till about like dawn.
Dawn? Where you
I
going?
fancy a night drive. I just fancy a night drive.
Where are you going with it, you?
Just for a drive around the mountains. Haven't really visited them. Fancied a hike, nighttime hike.
Picking anything up? Do I want to know?
No, just going to see the sights. Got some friends visiting, so I thought I'd show them the mountains.
Is it coming back with bullet holes in it again?
Nope, no bullet holes.
No balls.
No buttholes. Sorry, I got distracted. I could hear the TV and I was just like, what?
What are you watching?
No bullet holes, and I'll promise to fill up the tank this time. I'm sorry, I forgot last time.
Okay. Come by about 12:30. I'll make sure the Gale lot are not around. I'll give them some one longs to go get a beer or something.
I will repay you in kind. Do you have any jerry cans of just fuel, just in case?
You ask me every time, and every time I say yes.
You know I like to be thorough. Thank you, baby. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. See ya. And
See you in a bit.
he hangs up.
Transport sorted, boys.
You look at them two and they're out.
It's fine. I make sure the door's locked, and I'm gonna have a snooze.
Cool. Middle of the day, you lot will have a snooze.
Siesta.
Jean, you're eating away. Your food is finished, and she's sort of like she's thorough, like bread, everything. There's nothing left on that plate.
I will finish when she finishes.
Sexual athlete.
Before this goes any further, do you just want us all to like
Leave.
No, I want you to turn it up and listen.
Sorry, Lauren, this is your first session. We've got to graphically listen to AD roll sleep with Nathan, but this is about to happen.
What?
It's fine. As long as he's detailed. Like, you need the
Character.
visceral detail, otherwise there's no point.
There's someone at the door. I've got to go. I'm really sorry. I'd love to stay. Let me know how it goes the rest of the session, right?
James
Bye.
texted his neighbour, "Can you just knock on my door? Knock on my door." So you finish your food. She stands up. She goes over to the burger area. Takes a huge, like, 2-gallon fucking water jug, and just hoists it over her shoulder as if it's nothing. Quick, and she just walks a few buildings down.
I'll step in alongside her, doing everything I can to keep her between me and the bar area that I was in with Alex, to try and stay off Alex's radar if he tries to come out and find me.
Well, don't forget, this is all happening almost simultaneously. So you've actually got quite a head start on Alex. So Alex, he's not in the bar. You've looked around, scanned between the crowds, the people dancing, looking at anyone that's even remotely fits Jean's description. You see no one. Do you head outside?
Yep.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
$21.
Cool. Jean, give me a stealth check. With advantage.
Ooh.
Because you're gonna need it.
24.
Cool. So you look around, Alex. No sign of Jean out in the street area amongst the throng of people going to other bars and other places. Do you have a next step you wish to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna return to the room.
Cool. You return to the room. Philip is asleep. or appears to be asleep, sat on the floor with his back against the wall. Ewan is laid on the floor in a... Ewan, are you laying on the floor to disguise yourself, or are you laying on the floor how you would be laying on the floor?
I'm in a chair.
The door was locked.
You're in a
as well.
chair, but are you in
Yeah.
a... Oh, the door's locked. Yeah, the door's locked,
Yeah.
Alex, when you get there.
I'll knock.
There's a knock at the door. This is dramatic.
I'll wake up and I'll go, like, who's it?
The unit known as 413X wishes to enter.
I'll let him in.
Cool.
And then I relock the door.
Philip is sat on the floor. Larry's in the bed, butt naked with a shotgun. So,
You mentioned that you had access to the network here.
Yes, I do.
This unit would require access, as currently the unit known as Jean is not in the bar downstairs and has disappeared with someone else.
Oh, God. He's met up with one of the locals. Oh, he's going to need some penicillin after this. Yeah, so here's the... give me your device, I'll put in the code.
That 413X literally holds out its wrist.
There you go.
Now accessing the network,
yep.
is it easier now to track down where he is?
You can track down where he was when he responded to you.
Okay, I'll go with that.
He was at a burger shack 2 buildings down.
Okay.
About an hour ago.
Okay. I've ascertained that he was at a burger restaurant establishment 2 doors down from here. I will begin my investigation there. However, it was 1 hour ago, so I have to use footage to be able to track where he is.
Okay, one moment, unit.
He's
do
definitely
not-
going in the building.
No, I'm just saying, before he leaves, like, do not share that key because you don't want to know how I got it. And you shouldn't be sharing that you have it, so please use it discreetly.
This unit is already running an antivirus scan.
I think you need a VPN more than anything.
Alex is a walking VPN. So, Alex, do you scan? Are you scanning and such for the network? This is a backdoor network key. This is a hack key. You are fully aware that usually high-ups, highly skilled hackers and such in the military will use these to get a backdoor into other militaries, networks and such. The key that has been given to you is definitely a naughty key.
This unit is inwardly smiling.
Naughty key is a technical term. It's been in the IT world for decades. So, you will go about... Give me an investigation roll. Jean, you are taken to a 4-story building that is just rows and rows of apartments. You can see the miners coming in and out. Unless you do otherwise, she will take you to floor 3. Yep. Room 17.
Yeah.
And have her way with you.
I will dose myself up with my nanites to protect my body from any foreign agents.
The greatest of contraceptions in 2185. I don't think I'm going to homebrew that.
But it's
So-
going to protect against the greatest of all STDs.
Feelings.
No, children.
I'm pretty sure the nanites make him sterile.
Ah, cool.
So, at the end of said having her way with you, give me a perception check.
Man, I don't even get to walk in and kick the door in.
If Larry was awake, you'd be trolling the shit out of this.
13.
Remember when you stabbed me? Knock, knock.
Stop. Sorry, Nev, guy.
Yeah, mate, 13.
13. 1-3, yeah?
Yeah.
My first dice roll of the evening.
At least you actually get a dice roll this time.
Yeah. Cool. What was your investigation check, Alex?
My investigation check, 21.
Cool. So, working out in the room, in the pub that you were in the double chip, you overhear a conversation between a group of miners talking about their friend taking someone of Jean's description for coitus. You go over to the burger shack, and after a quick conversation, no one cares about sharing information with you about this. They had food here and then headed towards the mining apartments where a lot of the workers live. Which one, they do not know. Using a picture or words of a description of Jean, you ascertain, as the unit you are, that he is in this particular building, but nobody knows which floor or room. It's just a generic building full of miners. And you are outside the building that Jean is in.
Can I pull up a list of all of the people that live in this accommodation establishment? And then correspond it with the name that he gave me.
You can pull up a list, and all the residents are numbers. There are no names. So if you live in room 3, you are number 3.
Okay, I'll wait outside.
Cool. Just staring at the door. Fuck it, someone put it in chat. Give me a performance check, Jean.
The true magic of RPGs.
I think the correct response to this is 23.
23? Right. My second roll of the night. That's a D12. You ain't getting that, you fucker. Using my bardic inspiration dice, which I know you lot love. Cool. So after 4 hours of getting some, she laid next to you, smoking about 7 cigs in 4 seconds. She stands, she gets dressed. Right, I'm on shift. Get out.
Oh, okay.
I
Get it
stand
done.
up and go, thanks very much. That was very enjoyable.
I put the
I'm
money
just
in
gonna get my handbag now and I'm going to leave!
Is Jean walking with a limp?
He's in a wheelchair, mate.
He's probably walking like John Wayne.
So, she nods, sort of turns red with a little smile. You look after yourself, Jay.
Will do.
Cool. And you leave. You walk outside. It is 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably more 5. Alex is stood before you. Where the rest are, you do not know. Alex, you see Sean walking out. Like he's, a peacock.
Unit
Hey,
name
Alex.
Sean, I'm registering excess heat coming from you, as well as a biochemical analysis.
Yeah, I'll probably need a shower.
This unit recommends that we head back to the establishment we were at before.
Cool. How is everyone?
Currently, the unit known as F1L1P is asleep, and the unit known as Larry is also asleep. The new associated unit, known as Ewan, is currently ascertained and probably asleep as well. The current plan is that we will facilitate a vehicle to be able to travel out to the facility. Currently, there are a number of guards there, or between... Yes, it is known to be 4. The weaponry consists of sidearms and assault rifles. The item that we're looking for is known as a gem.
Okay. There's probably more inside, or there's something else inside, other than just the 4 guards. That facility isn't as abandoned as indicated.
This unit would agree with your assumptions. This unit believes that there is little to no resources that we can actually gather here of any use for assisting us in attempting an assault on the facility. So we will have to use what we have with us.
Yeah. This place seems to be under Nightingale's lock and key. I mean, I know a person now, but I didn't think she was up for talking.
This unit is unaware of your relationship status with this person.
Check Facebook. Don't literally. That's just comedic.
I think, I mean, Crown told us that this facility was something that Nightingale was done with, and that Nightingale had given them permission to go there and retrieve this asset. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't get let in if we're able to identify ourselves, which we should be able to.
This unit believes that, to use a colloquialism previously found in San Francisco, if this unit told you it was 5'9", would you believe it?
5'9". Some kind of does this. I mean, maybe if you were still on your tiptoes?
This unit's point is that you can say whatever you like. It does not necessarily make it true.
True. I'm just saying maybe let's not go in all guns blazing and or try to break into the place. Let's try the front up approach.
This unit believes that you are the talker of ventriloquism for this group. Therefore, you should probably be the best person to make an approach and discuss, while the rest of the units are in hiding, attempting to rescue your life when inevitably it goes sideways.
Standard.
Your confidence in me is staggering for 1-3X.
This unit has utter confidence in your abilities, unit known as Jean. This unit also has an ability to determine fate, to a given extent that so far in all of your interactions, there has been a distinct ability for the interactions to go sideways.
That's not entirely unfair.
This unit is still trying to categorize what your best abilities is, and so far, the medic is the best position for you.
That's not what she said.
However,
Also
this
not
unit
unfair.
believes that you should probably, in fact, definitely have a shower and maybe think about going and checking with another medical facility for any form of STD.
Yes.
I mean, I will check myself. I think I'm all right.
Fortitude save.
This unit suggests that you should probably have a second opinion.
I love him.
We all do.
We figured it'd get boring 15 weeks ago, but it just hasn't.
You have no idea how hard
Oh,
it is.
Imagine.
That's why the
none
finger
of,
has to sit in front of my
Oh.
mouth, because that way you can't see the smile.
that's why none of us have done it.
Jean,
that was predestined to be a crit, to be a 1.
so, Jean, you give yourself a second opinion. I'll send you a message.
Excellent.
You've got space crabs.
He
Nano
fucking
crabs.
he wishes.
Nano crabs.
Nano crabs.
I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna get that shower. I've booked a room in that bar. Do you need somewhere to stay, or are you to recharge?
This unit would appreciate floor space for it to stand on while it recharges.
Sure. You're more than welcome to join me.
Would you like this unit to lead the way, as you were probably distracted while walking in?
Thanks.
413X makes its way back to the bar. 2 chip.
and I follow.
Cool. Dun, 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 dun.
Or we get James Bond music.
I'll send you a message, Mr. John.
John is so sly.
It's on the old Facebook. So, out Lucy, yes, space crabs. Right, so you are all going back to Jean and Alex, you're going back to the pub, yeah? So you enter the double chip. Do you both go upstairs?
Yes, I presume so. As
Cool.
long as Jean is going upstairs.
Yeah. I'll pretty much head straight to my room.
Cool. Give me a perception check, Alex.
I love how it takes us so long to get
20.
anything done. It's wonderful.
Say that again, John. Alex.
20.
20. Jean is perspiring and not from physical exertion. He looks pale and is forcing himself to walk upright.
Can I make a medicine roll?
Yep.
16.
Looks ill.
I'm so glad I have this jiffing skill to tell me these things. Oh, man.
You are glancing at him sweating. If he allows you to perform an examination on him in the corridor, then I will tell you further information.
Oh, 413X doesn't weigh you. Literally just like
Jean,
takes his pulse.
413X comes towards you with a glove on his hand.
And
Right.
some.
To the elbow.
Look,
He's not a cow. Fucking hell.
I think I might have caught some kind of local bug.
This unit would agree. This unit wishes you to stand still while it ascertains what the issue is and attempts to remedy a medicine for you.
I can just inject myself with some nanites. I'm sure that'll sort it.
Didn't work the first time.
But 413X has already stated what it's doing. He's just filling the void
Yeah,
of noise now.
I won't stop him. I won't stop him.
So what are you doing, Alex?
Checking him over to see what the medical thing is that's wrong with him.
So, with Jean allowing you, roll again, as if it was an advantage.
Okay. Oh, that's better. 21.
Cool. Are you in the corridor?
I hope so.
Wherever we notice that he's perspiring, either in the room, the corridor, the
Oh, it's the
bar.
corridor. You're heading to Ewan's room, he's heading to his room. So you're on the
I
landing.
think
No,
Lucy-
I'm heading to
Lucy's
his
going
room.
around.
Yeah, Jean's heading to his room.
And I'm heading to.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're in his room. Cool. You check him out. It's more intimate than probably you've been in the last 16 sessions. But he has a disease contracted by intercourse with somebody else, and essentially he will be exhausted, and every 24 hours this remains in his system, he will get more and more exhausted. If he's got it for longer than a week, he'll die.
This unit has ascertained that you have space crabs. You have
Space
precisely
crabs.
7 days to live.
Okay.
Having it removed means a highly one of the most expensive nano packs dripped into rather than stimmed into. So you need to be on it for at least 24 hours, feeding into your bloodstream, so the nanites can rid you of the disease, and it'll cost you the top level nano pack.
Which is how much?
Yes, not expensive, I don't think. Not for your lovely selves, isn't it? Yeah.
10 million one longs.
Uh,
Just
No
for
way,
you.
brother.
I'm gonna go with 10 grand.
Yeah, I might need to go and check myself in.
Hey, the price of your sins.
This unit will escort you to the medical facility.
Cool.
Okay.
You go looking for. It's 100 grand, mate. You need.
Cool.
Shouldn't have looked it up. It's an enhanced nano pack, and it's 100,000 one longs.
Well, Sean had a good run, boys. We need a new. Joining us next week in Nathan's place will be.
Are you guys all poor then?
No. To answer the simple question,
If they,
not,
very,
not all of us are
very
poor.
what they're doing, Lauren, is they're gathering up all the quests before handing them in. So right now they're skint until they hand in all the quests.
We like to call it the Skyrim approach.
They're doing
I fill my quest bank, I go and do the thing, I come back with 4,000 wolf skins.
Chat wants to know, was it worth it, John?
Totally. I mean,
Totally.
she was good. 4 hours, man. That's, you know.
Didn't even break a sweat. So, you will take Jean to the local medical facility. As he walks in, the old codger behind the table shakes his head. His wife next to him shakes her head. You just assume it's his wife. No one's actually asked. And they shake their head as he walks in. You've
Just
been
looking around.
with one of the miners.
Yes, I need an enhanced nano pack, which I suspect I'll probably need to be on for a little bit of time before this is taken care of and I don't die.
Oh, it's you've already confirmed. Okay, we got 2 left.
Cool.
You got the 1 longs?
Yeah, how much? I don't suppose you have a tourism discount, do you?
Give me a persuasion check.
A tourism discount.
19.
19. Go on then. It's your first time. 90 grand.
Yeah. Are you hooked up to the network here fully so I can do a bank transfer?
I am.
Okay. I'll log into my account and transfer the 90k.
Cool. It comes across. He gives you this chunky looking house brick that you are aware is a nano pack of the enhanced variety. If you're going to drip feed it, you just plug in here and he shows you where, whereas normally you just stim it into your system.
Okay.
24 hours on it. If you just attach it to your belt, your bag or anything, you can carry it around with you, but you'll be exhausted until it's gone.
Yeah, I think I'll go and take a lie down.
Cool.
Is it 24 hours or 25, just to check?
24 hours you must have it attached to.
Okay.
And every 24 hours, obviously this will stop the progression, and after 24 hours you will no longer have a level of exhaustion. You are also skilled, as is Alex, with the checking of yourselves, that a long rest will not get rid of that exhaustion.
And that'll take care of the disease, will it?
Yeah, it'll be all gone. Just don't do it again, or at least bag up. It's 2185, but we still know how to protect ourselves.
I'm a little bit surprised my nanites didn't successfully fight the disease off, but I will learn next time.
This unit would like to know if you have any free prophylactics.
1.
This unit will take that free prophylactic.
There you are. It's free.
For his unit.
This unit will tuck it into Jean's coat.
I love the fact that before about to go on a really dangerous mission, John gets a massive medical emergency.
It does sound like you lot.
It wouldn't be a Cyberpunk 2185 game without something going sideways.
So, you're going to get your head down, John.
Yeah, I'll thank Alex. I'm just gonna sleep and sleep
Until time to go. You all get your rest. You were all chilling out, waiting for the time to head to Ewan's contact to pick up the transport before you start heading out to Olympus Mon, the volcanic mountain on Mars. And we will call the session there.
Hey.
We survived, some of us.
So, thank you very much for watching, guys. That is the end of session
17. My favourite number.
Okay, you learn something new every day. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Lon, for joining us. Totally not tension or anything, friction straight off the bat. None of that. That was smooth as fuck.
Heroes welcome.
Sean likes friction anyway, apparently.
Sean loves a bit of friction. 4 hours of friction. So you
there was no friction. I rolled a 23 on my performance. There was no friction.
It's when she rolled over and went, that's the pillow. I'm over here. So Jean's a sexual athlete. Always comes first. He's never finished last. So
That's not something to be proud of.
Nah, different circles. So you'll get ready to go there. We'll pick that up next week. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much. If you want to watch it on Twitch straight away, it'll be on the VOD. You can watch it for the week, whatever. I'll put it up on YouTube in a couple of days. It only stays on the Twitch channel 60 days, but hey ho. We are getting a crap load of views on the Twitch channel, like in the hundreds, for everything we do. Tuesdays is up to 187 or something like this. People have viewed it. Wednesdays, for like all the games and stuff, are getting watched more and more and more. I have tried to debunk the theory that the thing is glitched, but I cannot find anywhere that says those views are not authentic. So I am taking it as us being very popular and one day going to be millionaires. So
I'll ship it.
Yeah, so clip that. So thank you very much for watching. Tune in next week. And the next thing on the channel is Saturday, which will be Pathfinder. Oh, I tell a lie. I'm lying. The missus is waving. It is Becky's birthday on Saturday, so we won't be streaming on Saturday because I'll be looking after my own children. It's a fucking disgrace. But,
Priorities. Come on.
yeah. But Sunday, we'll have Dice of the Beholder playing their Dungeons and Dragons game, and then it'll be back to Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays again next week, with the addition of, on Friday the 9th, we will be starting Rob doing his dungeon mastering of the new Dungeons and Dragons campaign module called... Go, Rob.
Icewind Dale, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden. So we'll be starting our campaign on Friday, ready to go. Characters are ready and rolled up, ready to head off. It's going to be a campaign following that campaign book. Might not follow it page for page, but it is strongly based on the new Wizards of the Coast publication.
With people who have never played on the channel before, so we're looking really good to that. And I get to play.
Ooh.
I get to play. So I'll be playing on that as well. So, yeah, so tune in. So we're quite
I get to
busy.
kill Hades' characters, so the other way around. Oh, revenge is
Yeah.
playing the long game.
And he still doesn't get to use the 200.
A mech rolls with
Yeah.
two miniguns out of nowhere. It's Bison. He's here.
Right, we will look to put Lucy as the GM. You know what I mean? It'll be very... Well, she'll talk like me anyway. So, right, we're off. So, thank you very much. Tune in on Sunday for the next thing, which is Dungeons and Dragons 5th Ed Chronicles of Needham. They're on like session 40 odd. It's really cool. Rich is a super talented dungeon master. He does loads of different voices and accents. His world is further reached than Yorkshire. So tune in. But for now, say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.
Bye.